all you beautiful creative people out there. Welcome back to Sheets So Creative. It took us a long time to get it done after the sneak peek you got last year, and after an extended time away from YouTube, we are pleased to announce that the studio is finished and we are back. Today I'm going to share with you a very quick and simple coaster project that just about anyone with a sewing machine can do. These make a great small gift or holiday decor piece. Today we are doing Halloween coasters, but you can do these with any holiday or theme you like. Let's get right to it. What you're going to need today is your favorite adult beverage, and I'm going with coffee. Sewing machine, your favorite thread, a good iron, a turning tool, or corner pusher outer, I call it, scissors, pins, some 5-inch squares of fabric and batting. These can be pre-cut or you can make your own. Now we're going to complete the project. So first I'm going to start with my 5-inch squares, and I've got pre-cuts here. I've got 4 Halloween 5-inch squares, and I've got another set here of 2 and a 5-inch square of batting. I'm going to take my 5-inch square of batting and I'm going to sandwich this between my 2 5-inch squares with, as my friend from Marnay's Country Farmhouse Quilting says, pretty sides out. And then I am going to take my other 4 5-inch squares and I'm going to take them over to the iron. Once I'm over here at the iron, I'm going to take my 5-inch squares and I'm going to simply fold them in half. And I'm going to press them. And you're going to press all 4 of these into simple rectangles. All right, now that that is done, we're going to come back over to our sandwich of 5-inch square, batting, and 5-inch square. You're going to take the 4 that you pressed as rectangles, and I'm going to call this the raw edge, and this is going to be your folded edge. So you're going to take your raw edge and line it up with the outer edge of your sandwich. You're going to take another one of your rectangles, which this can be a different fabric. They don't have to match. You can have 4 different fabrics. You can have 4 fabrics that are the same. You can have 2 and 2. I've got 3 different fabrics here. So I'm going to take my folded edge and I'm going to place my raw edge on my raw edge of my sandwich. And then on the, I'm doing this backwards to you guys. So I'm going to take one of my rectangles and I'm going to simply fold it in half. And I'm going to place one of my black rectangles, raw edge, to the raw edge of the sandwich. I want my folded edge in the center. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fold my rectangle back over. Then I'm going to simply do the opposite with the opposite side. And I'm going to fold that over. I'm going to place my folded edge at the center of my sandwich and the raw edge on the outside edge of my sandwich. I'm going to simply fold this back. And as you can see here, you now have a 4 square or a 4 patch. Me personally, I like to pin. It just helps kind of keep everything together. So I go in at the overlapping points. And I'm just going to place a pin there. And I'm going to do that at all 4 of my overlapping points. Now you want to make sure when you're placing these together that your center point is nice and tight, that there's no gap there. I'm going to pin this corner or this section, and then I'm going to pin this section. All right, so you should have a 4-point, a pin at each one of the points. Now, me personally, I like to sew opposite direction of the folds. That way you don't catch on them and they don't flip up. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to place this on my machine. I'm going to start at I'm going to sew at 1/4 of an inch. And I'm just going to go ahead and start about 1/4 of an inch from the corner. I'm going to go all the way around the square. And I'm sewing through all of the layers. Now when I get to the corner here, I'm going to stop at about 1/4 of an inch away from the edge with my needle down. I'm going to lift my presser foot up. I'm going to turn my squares and I'm going to continue sewing. And I'm going to repeat that as I get to each corner. At about 1/4 of an inch away from the edge, I'm going to turn and start sewing again. And I'm going to do that until I get all the way back around to where I started. All right, I'm going to do a locking stitch. You can, if you don't have a locking stitch on your machine, you can make your machine stitch in reverse and then stitch forward, and that will lock that in place. I'm going to put my needle up, and then I'm just going to cut my threads here. And I'm going to cut my extra threads out of the way. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and pull my pins out. And if you're not comfortable, I know I'm bad. Sometimes I sew over my pins and I shouldn't. That's not a good habit. But I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to cut my corners. You don't want to cut your stitching. You just want to take that bulk out. So I'm going to just cut and shave those corners to take some of that bulk out when we get ready to turn these. And I like to just kind of angle those corners to take some of that extra bulk out. I think they lay better. All right. And now you have your sewn edge all the way around. And you have your pumpkin fabric on the back. You have your basket weave on the inside. I'm just going to take and I'm going to flip this inside out. And now my pumpkins are on the inside and my basket weave is on the outside. So I'm going to get my little corner pusher outer tool and I'm just going to press those points out in the corner. Get all 4 corners. I've used chopsticks before for doing this. I've used the metal stir or plastic stirrers for drinks. Okay, so now I've got all of my corners pressed out. I'm just going to kind of roll this with my fingers to get it all out there. I'm going to take it over to the iron and I'm just going to give it a quick press. All right, and there you have it. Move all my stuff out of the way here. And there you have it. You have your Halloween coaster. You can use it like this, where you just set your glass on it. Or the nice thing about these, if you're having a Halloween or a Christmas party, these flaps do fold up, and that's why I put the Halloween fabric on the inside. These flaps do fold up, and you can put the bottom of your wine glass, your stemmed wine glasses in here, and then especially if you make them different, then everybody knows which glass is theirs. But there you have it. You can take and do a stitch around the outside if you'd like. That's entirely up to you. Like I say, think outside the block. Make it your own. You could even add a button. And if you've made it this far in the video, thank you. And if you have found value in its content, please consider subscribing, clicking on the notification bell so you never miss a new video, and give us a thumbs up. This will let the YouTube algorithm know you would like to see more. And if you have a project you'd like to see us do, please drop us a note in the comment section below. And that brings us to the point where we here at Sheets So Creative say thanks again for joining us here at Sheets So Creative. We do love all you beautiful creative people out there, and we hope to see you right here again real soon.
Perfect.